What's going on, everybody? We're back on the KCX Podcast at Mobile Tech Expo 2026, and we are again here with a very special guest, somebody who I've wanted to actually talk to for a while. We have Mike Grant, the one and only. How you doing, man?
How you doing, man?
Good,
I'm
man.
here.
So, how did you tell us your story, man? How did you get here? Well, first off, tell the people who you are.
Hey, I am Mike Grant, owner of Taylor Splash Auto Spa and Mobile Detailing out of Jacksonville, Florida.
All right,
That's me.
that's you.
Yes, sir.
So how did you get to where you are? Because we'll get to where you are in a minute. But
Okay.
how do we get there?
Hey, so about 3 years ago, 5 years ago, I started my business as a pressure washer. And about 3 years ago, I jumped into detailing, mainly automotive. But I have a strong passion for fishing and boats. So I got into some boats, and now I'm doing some airplanes.
That's cool.
So I'm all around across the board with detailing automotive, marine, and aircrafts.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool. So you said pressure washing, like pressure washing
Yep.
houses?
Pressure washing houses, driveways, restaurants, and also I do window cleaning as well.
That's cool. I don't think I've met another detailer who came from pressure washing houses. There probably are some,
Yep.
but actually I know our trainer Diego, he had a business cleaning restaurants, so that pretty similar, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mobile Tech Expo.
Mobile Tech Expo. My
So-
first Mobile Tech Expo was 2024.
Okay.
So this is my
All right.
third year.
Nice. This is my first year here. This is a
Okay.
cool show.
It is. Listen, it's so in tune to detailers versus SEMA. Like SEMA is so much car stuff, car related things.
Yeah.
But here at Mobile Tech, it is literally like just for the detailers, just for the guys that do PDR and things in that nature.
Yeah, we talked about that on another episode. Like
Okay.
SEMA is so interesting, at least from our perspective, because you do get a lot of the car care industry people there, and it's
Mhm.
cool to like see everybody and meet new people and
Mhm.
stuff. But then you also have the people that mingle into the West Hall
Right.
that are coming from companies that make like exhausts and stuff. So it's a different mix of people. But
Yep.
here, yeah, it's way more focused.
Yep. It's
Little-
literally dialed in for us.
The love of the game.
The love of the game, the networking is great.
Yeah. No, I've
Mhm.
met a lot of cool people. This
Yes.
is a way more tight knit show for
Mhm.
sure. But this is my first year here. I'm having a blast.
How you like it?
It's cool. It's cool to just see everything, and like I said, the fact that it's more focused is
Right.
really interesting.
Right.
But okay, so Mobile Tech Expo. Now we'll get to why you're here. You won the paint correction competition
Yes.
last year, correct?
Yes. 2025, for the very first paint correction competition here at Mobile Tech, I was the first place winner.
Last year was the first time they did that competition.
Last year was the first time.
I didn't know that. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you competed again this year.
I competed again this year.
How do you think you
Uh,
did?
I think I did astronomical.
All right.
I think it was great.
And last year when you won, you were using KCX products. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
Yes,
Look
sir.
at that. So, tell me why you chose KCX products.
So the crazy thing is that I actually started using you guys' products maybe 6 to 8 months prior to that.
Okay.
I've done multiple different trainings and things in that nature, and I've had the opportunity to try a lot of different other products. But I was always taught, find what suits you the most.
Yeah.
And you guys' products did it for me. And that's literally like my go-to. I have a couple other things in my arsenal as well that I may need to if I need some things that's a little bit more abrasive or just for specialty projects.
Yeah.
But my go-to is you guys' products.
Well, we appreciate that,
And I appreciate you guys.
yeah, that's sick. So at SEMA last year,
Mhm.
William introduced us,
Yes.
and it's funny. I knew there was a paint correction competition, but I didn't hear that you who won was using our stuff. I didn't hear anything about it.
Yep.
And William introduced us. He was like, "Yeah, he won the correction competition at MTE using just our stuff." I was like, "That's
Mhm.
awesome. We should talk to that guy." And now
Mhm.
here we are.
Here we are.
So this competition. First off, last year, is the competition pretty steep? I don't know who entered or anything.
It's some big names.
Yeah.
It was some big names in the game last year. And even this year, I've seen a couple people that's been in the industry for 20, 30 years. So it's actually an honor to be able to go up against that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so this is a little backstory to it. Last year was my second year at Mobile Tech, and I seen some people that was in the paint correction competition, again, that's been in the game for 20, 30 years. And essentially it's like I was a nobody.
Yeah, did that feel cool coming in as like The
And
little
now,
guy almost
and
underdog.
the underdog, and
Yeah.
now they know Mike Grant.
Yeah.
They know who I am.
Well, yeah. Now you got all this detail mafia stuff on. Tell
Yes,
us about
sir.
that.
So I actually trained. I met Rennie, and at 2024 Mobile Tech. It's an actual interesting story. So I went through one of his classes through the education today on that Thursday, which was phenomenal. And I had the opportunity to speak with him during the first day here at the for the expo position, which was Friday. I had a conversation with him, and I knew that I wanted to take my business to the next level. And he told me, he's like, "Hey man, you from Jacksonville?" I said, "Yes." And he was like, "Hey, we're coming to Jacksonville to do a showcase at Mark Elliott's shop, which is Firehouse Auto Spa in Jacksonville, Florida." And I went there, got to meet, talk to Rennie a little bit more. And I told Rennie, I say, "Man, I'm going to see you real soon," which I was pretty much telling him that I was going to be doing his 5-day course in Big Bear, California. And
That's a 5-day class.
it's a 5-day course.
Man.
So I did my first training with Mark Elliott, which is Detailing Success 1-day crash courses in Jacksonville in April 2024. And then I went and trained in Big Bear in August 2024. So I've been in Mafia since 2024. So
That's
I'm
cool.
going into my second year.
That's cool.
Yep.
So okay, so competition wise here, what was your strategy going into it? Because I read a little bit on it
Mm-hmm.
when like I was planning KCX stuff to come down
Okay.
here. Read a little bit on it. I was just curious, and it's essentially like baking sheets,
Right.
and they're sprayed and cleared and
Yep.
everything else. So
Yep.
just tell us your strategy going into the
So
competition.
my strategy. Listen, I literally was going to come and literally do the exact same thing that I did last year.
Okay.
That was my strategy before I came.
What was your strategy last year? How did you like figure out
Um,
what you were gonna do?
So I knew that last year. I knew that like with the paint, I knew that I couldn't just 1 or 2 step it. Like I knew it off the bat. I was like, to perfect this the way that I really want it, like I'm going to have to bring out a rotary. I'm going to have to bring out a forced rotation, and that's what I did.
Okay.
And this year, I knew for a fact that I was going to have to do that again, but I kind of came in it with the mindset of, hey, I'm just going to do the same thing. But as we all know in life, you do the same things, you get the same results.
Yeah.
But in this situation, I'm competing, and I know people have did some studying and some practicing, so I wanted to step my game up as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
So did you kind of have to pick the setup based on, because they put some sanding marks basically
Right.
in the
Right.
sheet, right?
Right.
So you had the setup kind of dialed from there.
Yes.
So give us a breakdown of the setup first off
So, well, my personal, like, well, my products and things like that, or
for the comp.
okay. So for the comp, I went with a flex rotary.
Okay.
That was my first 2 steps. So I actually, let me back up a little bit. So I actually did a 4-step process.
Okay.
So I did 2 compounding. One was a heavy and one was a kind of like a medium cut, which was done with a rotary. And then I went to the Dynabraid DB8, Rennie Doyle's polisher.
Okay.
I did that, and that was what I used for my mid polish, and then I actually did like a jewel and polish at the very end.
Okay.
Yep.
So did you start through the whole KCX compounds? You
Yep.
start H9, F6, M3.
Yep.
Okay.
That is exactly what I did.
That's so you finished at M3. You didn't
Yes, sir.
jewel on top of that with anything?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Mhm.
Have you tried our like jeweling, like really gloss polish, the P103?
Nope.
You should check that out.
Never tried it.
It's gnarly how
Okay.
glossy that stuff jewels out. But
I
it's
like making
there's
it look like glass.
almost zero abrasive in it. It's just jeweling.
That's
it's
nice.
Mad gloss, but it's machine applied.
Okay,
You should check that out.
I will.
But yeah, M3 finishes out awesome.
Okay.
So you started with the flex
Yes.
machines. Were those? I wanted to ask, were those 18 or 24 volts? The new ones?
20 volt. It's the 18 volt.
18 volts,
It's
okay.
the old ones. The old
The
school
red ones?
red and
Yeah.
black. Yep.
Yeah, I had used some flex ones. Their new 24 volt stuff is nice though. Have you tried it?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
good.
Have a really good friend that works with them that stays in Jacksonville with me, so I get to test a lot of flex products and do my thing with them.
That's cool. That's
Mhm.
nice. So also pads. I wanted to ask about that too. What was the pad? What was the pad?
So I
line?
use my pad line. this is where I have to give away my secrets.
Oh, you don't have to give away too much. You don't have to if you don't want to.
So I did some buff and shines, some buff and shine pads, and start yacht care.
All right. And did that setup change coming into this year? Did anything upgrade, change, anything?
Oh yeah, I had to change it.
Okay.
So based on knowing that the pads or the pans were a little bit more abrasive than they were last year, I had to go a little bit more aggressive. So I had to pull out some of my marine tricks.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, because marine stuff gets gnarly.
Yeah,
Working on gel coat and stuff.
Yep.
That's
so
crazy.
I kind of had to apply that technique and that logic, because the gel coat and clear coat logic is completely different.
Because gel coat, you got to mess with those like real long wool pads and
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go.
That's cool.
There you go.
Yeah. That's super cool. So what have you liked about the KCX polish? It's just worked the best for you?
It works the best for me. It's the easiest applied. The thing that I like about it is that like the wiping at the very end, it's so much smooth. A lot of other products that I had used and tried, it's like I literally have to scrub things out. And I don't like that, because I can leave more like sanding marks, not necessarily sanding marks, but I can leave some scratch marks or things like that I have to probably go back over just because of the rags,
Yeah.
which is something that we can't necessarily control, but it can happen.
Yeah. I honestly, I get that. Like when I first started using the KCX polish, I had used it was more the heavy ones.
Okay.
I had used other ones and they're dusty.
Dusty. And that's
drives me nuts.
Listen, I hate the fact that sometimes I can start compounding and then everything's just flinger everywhere.
Oh, yeah, it's
in
crazy.
my glasses, in my clothes, it's just little splats everywhere. With you guys stuff, I don't necessarily have to. It's smooth.
Yeah, for the cut you get out of H9.
There you go.
Everything, all the other benefits you get, the same or better cut.
Yep.
Less dust, easier wipe. It's great.
Yep.
So that's what that was the motivator.
That was the motivator right there.
That's cool. Yeah, dude. When William introduced him and told me that, I was like, "That's so sick." And like I said, you came in basically like kind of underdog. Like I'm not gonna downplay you, but with who else I can assume was in there, like that's cool.
All my life I knew who I was, but guess what? Sometimes it's time to shine and let the world know who I am.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man. That's what it's all about. So you think you did good this year?
I did phenomenal.
Yeah.
Listen. It was a crowd today. It was like I had a little shine, so I had a pretty big crowd around. But I went in tunnel vision, and I had to focus on what I needed to do, and I blocked everything else out. I stayed patient, I stayed diligent, and I stayed the course of what my plan was.
Yeah. I respect that. Polishing will do that to you, dude. You'll get zoned.
You got to get zoned in.
Yeah.
Listen, I felt like I was in one of my clients, his garage, Russ Carroll. He is a super Ford collector, and I just sit in his shop sometime. I may be in there 15 hours on one car. And I felt like I was in his shop, in his garage.
Dude, yeah, I've done one like real big paint correction job on my car, and it was probably 6 hours. 4 or 6 hours. It came out pretty good, but it wasn't. Dude, 15 hours is gnarly.
Listen, but it was my best paint correction I've ever done in my life.
Dude, yeah, I'm like imagining what a 15-hour paint correction would look like.
So let me give you a little backstory on the car that I did. It was a Ford Mustang Fox body.
Nice.
Teal, real teal, original paint.
Dude, that color the Fox bodies came in that's a crazy color.
So I believe it was only 144 in that color.
Wow, I didn't know that.
In that year.
Cool.
So it's super rare. We've done documentaries about this car, and based on like what it looked like when he got it to what I have it now. Listen, even when I go inside of that garage, I don't touch it.
Yeah.
That's how perfect it is.
Yeah.
And again, guess what? I use you guys' products for that as well.
Dude, we appreciate that. That's sick. So since winning last year, what's changed? Has anything changed in your life, career?
Yeah.
Anything? Yeah.
Yeah. I've been able to take on a lot more bigger jobs. 2 weeks ago, I just worked on probably my biggest project ever. I did a two-step paint correction and ceramic coating on a private jet on a citation.
That's cool.
I'm gonna give you a breakdown over the last 2 weeks. I did that. That was a 2-week project. I literally went right into Rolex 24 down in Daytona.
That's cool.
Actually the same guy, Russ Carroll, my client and friend, he launched a company called Auto Racing Science, which is a auto simulator company that he has. So he
Ooh.
sells auto sims.
That's cool.
And he actually took me down there to detail some cars, and also be able to not participate in the race, but go to the race.
That's so cool.
Sweet passes, patios right above the pit.
Oh, it's
Man,
so
it was
cool,
nice.
dude. I'd love to do that one day.
Also, through Detail Mafia at SEMA 2025, I won Detailer of the Year.
Wow. Okay. Congratulations.
That was big.
That's cool.
I actually cried at that.
That's cool.
That was kind of emotional. I've also, man, since winning last year, like I've been able to take on bigger jobs and kind of in a way like be more efficient for my family.
Yeah, for sure.
So detailing has changed a lot of things in my life and put me in position to where I can do more things with my family and travel a lot more and things in that nature. So I love it.
So since winning, were you able to like kind of use that in your own business, or did it open up? I'm assuming it probably opened up a lot of doors in the industry.
It did in the industry and in my business.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Yep.
I was kind of wondering which way that would go.
And when I get into my paint correction talk or things in that nature, and people hear that you won a paint correction competition, it's like it kind of gives them another level of trust.
Yeah, because I'm assuming I don't want to say like the average person it probably sounds cool that you won it, but they wouldn't really know what all it goes into that.
Because
right?
not just because I come in here and compete, I have a lot of experience back at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, cool, man. That's cool. Like I said, when I was alerted that you were using KCX stuff, I was like, we gotta let this dude tell a story on camera in some way. But we appreciate you coming on, man.
Man, I appreciate you guys for having me here.
Dude, yeah. Thanks for competing again with our stuff.
Yes,
like I said, we're all rooting for you for sure.
Hey, when I win this year, we're gonna tell a story about it again.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna use it again next year.
We're just gonna keep this thing going,
man. Keep it going.
We should definitely do some more stuff in the future. But
yes, sir.
All right. Anything else you want to tell the people? Anything else you want to plug? Socials, anything?
Hey, my socials is Tailored Splash Power Wash LLC on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And my name is Mike Grant, owner of Tailored Splash Auto Spa and Mobile Detailing out of Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
So that'll wrap up this one, and we'll be on soon with another special guest, and we'll see y'all later. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.